What was that all about?
Do you remember meeting President Reagan?
Yeah.
All right. Did you meet Nancy?
No. She wasn't there. No, she wasn't there. He was. Wanted to talk to people about, believe it or not.
Feet?
No, taxes.
No. Taxes? He came to you?
No, we were
all right.
I was just there, you know.
Well, where did it take place? What kind of a function?
It was some hotel downtown New York. Some big fancy-looking hotel we was at, and he was talking to people about taxes and stuff. And I walked by and somebody recognized me and said, "Hey, that's Tony Atlee." And then I asked him to take a picture with me. He said, "Yeah, come on."
Oh, so you really didn't engage with him much?
Me and this girl, Lisa, my ex-wife, we met him.
Oh, she was there too?
Yeah, he was real nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was real nice.
Are there any athletes that you've come across from Major League Baseball, the NFL, NBA, NHL? Have they ever surprised you with the amount of respect that they've had for the king of sports?
Well, see, a lot of them are younger.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. So they used to sit around and watch wrestling on TV, and they would see us. And there wasn't many black wrestlers to represent black people.
Right.
That's why. Who asked me about Ice-T? How did they know I met him? That's what confuses me.
Where's the name on this? Charles Masley.
And where he's from?
Somewhere up this way, I'm going to guess.
Yeah. So how did he find out?
I don't know,
See, that's
Tony.
what gets me sometimes about these questions. People ask me questions, I say, they wasn't there, so how did they know I met this person? I think what
So you never had a public interaction with Ice-T?
Yeah, but even if I did, how did people know these things? And what always.
Well, was it known that you met Ronald Reagan?
No, that's why I found out how they know these things. It was a hotel, for God's sake.
So
what can you do in this world if somebody don't know about it? You met in the lobby of a hotel. It wasn't like at a wrestling show or a public event or something. It was freaking lobby of a hotel. And then you asked me about it, 1986, when Vince was dropping me out. 86, 87.
How did Free Meals Mortimer find out that you met President Reagan?
The lobby of a hotel.
Have you told the story before?
No.
Was it in your book? I don't remember that. I never knew that you met Reagan.
I never mentioned it.
Well, when we got the message on Twitter, I was under the assumption Reagan was someone you knew well.
No, it was the lobby of a hotel.
All right, we got to the bottom of that.
There was no room. We used to stay at the 49th on 8th Street. There was no room, so I had to go to one of these, at that time,
expensive ones.
$200 a night hotel. You know, now I don't know what it would cost, but at that time, that was like, are you freaking ripping me? You know, I could get a room for $69 at the Ramada up there for the boys, you know. But most of the hotels at that time were like $125 at the Ramada. But this hotel I went to check into, they wanted all this big money, you know. Liza Minnelli never used to stay there. I used to bodyguard for Liza Minnelli.
All right, I remember you mentioned that. What did you think of Liza Minnelli?
She's wonderful.
Yeah. No, why is that?
Were there. They were doing a show called The Rank on Broadway. And this guy called Chucky, he had a bodyguard company. And he was also a member of the Hell Angels. And what I found out that the Hell Angels had all the contract for all the shows as bodyguards.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, I saw Chucky about maybe 2 years ago. He go to all these karate tournaments.
Really?
Yeah, Dallas Page was there doing his power yoga, and he was there. They called him Chucky Angels. And a lot of in the martial art world, everybody knows him. He's very popular. If he hear this interview, he's going to say, "Yeah, I used to bodyguard with him." Yeah.
Now this was after you left WWF in '86, I think, right?
Yep. And I was getting ready to go to work for Vern Gagne, and I needed to make me some work. I was staying with SD, and I met this guy in the gym. He said, "Tony, you ever thought about being a bodyguard?" I said, "No." So he said, "Come on." He said, "You work with me." So I bodyguarded the Rank with Cheetah Rivera and Liza Minnelli, and I did the Tony Awards.
Did you?
Yep. The guy with the R cuppa.
Okay.
Tony, not the mean one.
That was
the
before
real
my
neat
time,
one.
but I know
the
show. I know the show.
What was his name? Tony?
I don't know his name, Tony. I've never seen him.
He used to always jump on my back for a piggyback ride.
Really?
And then I met Benson.
Who?
Benson. You had a program.
Vincent?
Yeah, Benson.
With a B? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, he had a program.
Benson.
Yeah,
He worked
had
at
a program. Yeah,
the governor's
yeah,
office or
he was
mansion or
there.
something.
Yeah,
With
yeah,
Krause.
All at the Tony Awards, yeah.
With Krause?
Yeah, yeah.
Would you let Krause walk on you?
Who?
Krause.
Who is that?
The woman that lived in the house with him.
Oh, no, I don't.
All right, well, did you ever watch the show?
Yeah, I watched it.
What's his name? Robert?
That's why I knew who he was when I saw him. Then they take me to the steakhouse. I'll go to the steakhouse with Liza Minnelli. The same steakhouse, Sparks, where the mob guy was shot.
Spike?
Yeah, it's a big steakhouse. They got the big steaks right in
Is
the
that the name of the mobster or the steakhouse?
No, the steakhouse. It's a very popular steakhouse for all the
that's
celebrities.
probably too far up my...
You know what I'm talking about, right? In New York?
Would it be the 99 now?
They call it Sparks or something, or Spike, starting for S. And you see all the steaks hanging in the one and everything. It was the same where
Who got shot there?
the big mob leader got shot right coming out of it. With John Gotti.
With John Gotti?
Well, according to the TV, and John Gotti had put a hit on it. That when John Gotti took the place of him.
Okay, so
Right, he was
the
the
predecessor
mob,
to John
he was
Gotti.
the boss
I got
before Gotti. And he got shot coming out this say Sparks, I think the name of it. Yeah.
Was it a good meal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The World Wrestling Federation was live at the Glens Falls Civic Center in Glens Falls, New York, Friday, April the 3rd, 1981. In the opening contest, Steve King battled Don Sereno to a time-limit draw. Yoshiaki Yatsu beat Johnny Rodz via disqualification. Dominic DeNucci with the win over Frank Savage. Jill Fontaine and Suzette Ferreira defeated Lalani Kai and Peggy Lee. And in the main event, Pat Patterson victorious over Sergeant Slaughter. If you were in Glens Falls Live, share your memories in the comment section below. Use the links in the description box to keep Wrestling Legends working in our eBay store and on our acclaimed Patreon streaming service so we can bring you more interactive superstar shoot interviews to relive the good old days of professional wrestling. Check it out. Boston Wrestling Sports in the MWF explodes into a new year with professional wrestling content galore and need you to join our family. Every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. after our Monday Night Raw review, it's Wrestling Insiders at your house with WWE Hall of Famer Mr. USA Tony Atlas. Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. after NXT and AEW, join rotating legends on Wrestling Insiders Special Edition. Every Thursday night at 10 p.m. after our NXT and Dynamite review, it's Marty Jannetty's No Holds Barred Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll journey on Wrestling Insiders Party with Marty. Friday night after SmackDown, don't miss John Cena Sr.'s Wrestling Insiders Fabulous Fridays. Plus, look for classic clips, history videos, bonus live episodes, pay-per-view watch-alongs, and more. For less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, get early ad-free access to our Wrestling Insider talk shows, our acclaimed studio shoot interview DVD library, and help keep wrestling legends working during the worst of times. Join our growing family at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling. Expect the unexpected in 2021.